Hey guys, I know I haven't put a video out for all of you in about 2 weeks, and Valentine's Day just went by, but I wanted to cover a topic just so I have the time to put it on video. I hope all of you guys had a good Valentine's Day. I spent it with my girlfriend. We had a great time, exchanged gifts. It was a day after John had the loss in his family, so it was a little bit of a hectic day for me. I spent as much time as I could with my girlfriend, which was not that much, just because there was a lot of things going on that day. At any rate, I wanted to cover a topic that is going to apply more to the ladies in this particular video, but it'll also help the fellas understanding exactly how guys do the things that we as men do. So what I want to do is to help the ladies out in figuring out how to make guys fall in love. And the easiest way for me to start doing that is by just giving you some insight and similes about guys and the animal kingdom. One of the things you have to know is that guys by default, by nature, by birth, we're considered hunters. We're the ones that usually work hardest. We're willing to sacrifice ourselves to take care of the family. If we got to pick up 5 jobs, that's what we do. We basically beat ourselves up because that's just how we're born and bred, basically. By default, we also like to hunt when it comes to females. Obviously, when we see a lady that is attracted to us, which is obviously a visual factor for us, we start to develop ways to get her attention. Whether it is saying a witty comment, being funny, just giving her a compliment, whatever the case might be, just so we can try and engage that person, because obviously she caught our attention. Now, ladies, the one thing you have to understand about guys is this. Our goal, from the moment that we lay eyes on you and we have an interest in you, our goal is to consummate the relationship or be intimate, whatever that might be. That's our goal. If you do that very quickly, that means that we didn't spend any time working on getting to that goal. So your job as the person that we're pursuing in this case is to make sure that you trail us along long enough so that we put forth the effort, keep us interested long enough as well, so that by the time that we do get to that quote-unquote goal, we have, unbeknownst to us as guys, unbeknownst to us, we've invested a lot of emotion. So how does that work out? In today's, I guess you can call it society, sex is so readily available that it's devalued. I know that David Chappelle made a skit about this, and he said that if, I'm not going to say the actual word, but he said if the female gender was a stock, it'd be plummeting. Just because it's so easy to pick up these days, or so easy to get, that there's no value being given to it. Guys don't understand this because our goal as single-minded, simple beings is that we just want to mate with as many women as we possibly can. And the reason we're able to do that is because we don't have any emotional ties to any of them. Now, if a female that we're interested in is smart enough and has our interest and drags us along long enough where she lets us to believe that it is achievable, the goal, once again, drags us along long enough and makes us work for it and technically earn it, you'll see that we, unbeknownst to ourselves, will become emotionally involved, and then we will have you'll have a greater chance of having a guy that's going to fall in love with you. This is no different than the stereotype of a guy in his car. A guy that's worked his hands to the bone and bought the car that he always dreamed of. He's washing it every weekend. God forbid you put a finger on it, he's going to flip out. And the same thing happens in the relationship things. That's how guys basically work. If we work hard for it, we put in our effort, we put in our time, we're thinking about it all the time. How do we get that? What can I do today? What can I try to say? And we're just thinking and thinking and thinking about you, is basically a repetition thing. It becomes assimilated with us, where we just become, to a certain degree, we start developing emotions about it. You know, we start fantasizing about what it'd be to be with you, maybe even think about family, who knows. But that's basically the track that we have to go through. On the same token, I also want to give the fellas something. And I'm not the expert here. I have a girlfriend of 4 years, so I would say I'm kind of rusty on the game, so to speak. My swag is kind of lacking, I guess you could say. But I'll tell you at least my advice when it comes to women. If you're interested in a girl, let me give you another, I guess, example, or actually an experiment that was actually run, a true experiment. I don't know when I saw it. I know it was eons ago. But they did an experiment using birds. And I don't know, I don't know if you've ever seen those little tiny birds that they put hundreds of them in a cage. Well, they did an experiment where they had this cage full of these little birds, and there's, I think they have 1 or 2 females and the rest were males. Now, they did one thing. They changed one of the males by doing a simple thing. They put little pearl beads on top of his head, and they stuck a feather to it sticking up. And that male bird got all the female attention. Now, mind you, this is a cage full of male birds and maybe 5 female birds, and the 5 female birds were all interested on the same guy, the one that had the pearls on his head with the feather sticking up. So the biggest piece of advice I can tell you is be different. Stand out from the rest. If you can do that, you already have a pretty good probability that she'll become interested in you. Don't be creepy, number 2. You know, if you see, let's say you see a girl that you liked at a bar, be honest, be yourself, be confident. If you think she's pretty, let her know and walk away. Just give her the compliment. If she's not engaging in conversation, then just leave it alone. If you run into her again, God knows if it happens, then you can maybe, hey, weren't you that girl that I saw that one day at the bar? And maybe you can pick up a conversation in that sense. But I would tell you that the one thing that most guys, in my opinion, do that's a big error is that they actually go out looking for getting laid. And it's almost like girls smell it on you. When you have that thing of you are hunting, it's like everybody just shies away from you. It's like the cheetah in the middle of like the brush that's hunting impalas. It's almost like they smell it. They can almost smell the fact there's a cheetah there, and females are no different. If you're in that hunting mode, it's almost like they can sense it, and they're really apprehensive when you come about and say something to them, because they know your game. They know what you're trying to accomplish with that comment or that whatever you're trying to do with her at that point. My suggestion is this, and this has happened to me on accident. I wasn't trying to do it. I've gone out with my friends, my guy friends, and just going out to have a good time, relax, and just basically unwind. And we've come to a group where we're having a phenomenal time. We're joking, we're laughing, we're buying drinks, we're cracking on each other, and we've had girls come up and say, you guys are having a blast. Like, what are you guys so happy about? And usually that brings about conversation. But the more relaxed you can keep it with a female, the more honest you can do, the more confident you can do it, and just be yourself. You know, just be yourself. Don't be creepy. Don't press the female, and let her make some of the advances when you throw something out there. Let her nibble a little bit, and let things develop. You know, don't be in a hurry to rush things out. If you're really serious about a girl and you want to develop something with her, just take your time. So I hope this video gives you some lighting into what I was thinking about in Valentine's Day. I actually had a discussion about this with my girlfriend, and we've had this conversation multiple times because she's asked me why are guys a certain way, and I had to come up with an answer for her. So I gave her kind of this dissertation I'm giving you guys. So also, I wanted to tell you guys the following. I do have the abs video shot. It's just not fully edited, and I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be completed, but I promise you that as soon as I have this whole thing edited, I'm going to upload it, and hopefully it'll benefit all of you. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I'll see you guys next video. Take care.